Hey, it's Matt from Sending Signals podcast. I've just arrived in Birmingham for the first night of the Genesis tour. So I've checked out some record shops, I've checked into my hotel, I've picked up my ticket. I'm just going to head down to the arena now.
Right, no drink.
And we know that it's been a difficult couple of years for everybody here and for those at home. But we finally made it, and we're going to have some fun tonight. What can you say about this man? Tall, suave, handsome, charming, debonair, good-looking, plays guitar, plays bass guitar. Is there no end to your talents? Mr. Mike Rutherford. He's going to be doing lead vocals tomorrow night, if anybody's coming. And over here, what can be said about this man that hasn't already been said? The omnipresent and wonderful person, Mr. Tony Banks on the keyboard. So far, so good. Now, sometimes it can affect these people down here. So there we have some people over there affecting the people over there and the people down here. Occasionally, it can affect very tiny people at the very back. It's those people over there, affecting these people over there, these people down there, and then the people at the very back. Now sometimes it can affect us up here. But usually it's those people over there, affecting those people over there, these people down here, tiny people at the very back. Occasionally it can affect these people first. And then those people over there. And then the tiny people at the back. And then the people over there. So there we are, we have a great example of the domino principle in action.
So I'm back at the hotel. Still processing quite what I think. It was good. It was good. If you've seen the PBS documentary, I think it aired on Sky Arts in the UK as well, you'll know to a degree what to expect. Phil is not in great shape, and I can't say that he's massively improved since the documentary, but there were moments where he sounded all right, and I think actually being in a venue with the live sound, and is more of a forgiving environment. You've got the power and the atmosphere, and just maybe less clarity than watching at home on TV. So that, I think that covers up kind of some of the deficiencies to a degree. But yeah, I wouldn't want to go to this show with a sort of Genesis agnostic trying to convert them. I think if you're a fan and you want this to happen and you're excited to see them together on stage again, that's great. But yeah, that they are not on the form they were, you know, even in 07, which is the only other time I've physically seen them live. But it was good. The visuals were great, as expected. Nick was great on drums, and Tony and Mike seemed on form. You know, the band sounded great. Moments that really moved me. There was a point fairly on in the set during Mama, where I was waiting for sort of one of Tony's keyboard parts to come in, where I think it just hit me. It was my first gig back since COVID, and it was like seeing Genesis. So yeah, that I felt quite emotional at that point. No Son of Mine, I remember that affected me a lot in 07 as well, and that was powerful tonight. And yeah, it's weird. I mean, that song is 30 years old this year, and I remember watching it on Top of the Pops. I guess I must have been about 8 years old at the time, and Carpet Crawlers is my favourite Genesis song, and so that was the highlight of 07 for me. And yeah, I'm thrilled it was in the set again tonight. It's interesting when you go in, there's at the merch stand, there's a t-shirt that has the set list on the back, so that's quite a spoiler if you're queuing for a t-shirt and you haven't seen the set list. Although oddly enough, 2 songs were dropped from that set list tonight. Hold On My Heart and Jesus He Knows Me. I can't say I'm too bored about not seeing them tonight. But yeah, I don't know whether just the show got started a little bit late, so they dropped them for time, or whether the length of the set was too much. Or it'll be interesting to see if they get added in later on the tour. I'm going to one other show on this run. I'm going to one of the O2 shows in London in October, so it'll be interesting to compare whether Phil sounds a bit stronger by then, whether those songs end up in the set list again. Yeah, set list wise, I don't want to spoil everything if you've not looked at the set list, but it was quite similar to 07, but there was a handful of songs that I hadn't seen them play before. Would have been nice to have had a few bolder choices, but I was particularly pleased to see Duchess in the set, because I love Duke, and that's a wonderful song. And again, there's maybe a bit of frustration with them playing fragments of things and not the complete songs. Quite a lot of songs ended up being kind of abridged or in medleys, and that can be a little bit frustrating. But yeah, it's 2021 and there's a Genesis tour, so I'm not gonna complain at that. It's fantastic. And yeah, if you're going to the tour, I hope you enjoy it. Let me know what you think in the comments. If you're not aware of my podcast, Sending Signals, I've interviewed Mike Rutherford and Tony Banks and Steve Hackett, as well as members of lots of other bands, the Zombies, and members of Counting Crows and Dire Straits and the Police and Jethro Tull and Marillion, and all sorts. So you can find that on Apple Podcasts and Spotify, wherever you get your podcasts. It's called Sending Signals. So yeah, thanks for watching. Take care.